Here are 10 skills and abilities of Kaiju number 9. Some of them are downright broken while others are severely underused. Let's start with an ability that's so unique to number 9, no other Kaiju had it, not even number 8. With this ability, number 9 is almost like Goku. Every time it meets death, it comes back with a new form. Rapid evolution. Back in chapter 16 when it first went up against number 8, it got taken down pretty easily. Honestly, the story could have ended right there if the defense force hadn't stepped in. But it survived and evolved. In chapter 38, where it literally molted into a more powerful form. When it showed up again in chapter 49, it was strong enough to take out Isao Shinomiya. And remember, Isao's strength was almost on par with Kafka's. It then took down Isao and fused with the Numbers weapon too, becoming even more powerful. That was much stronger than Kafka's Berserk form in terms of raw strength. Next up, Shapeshifting. When Sun Tzu said know your enemy, Kaiju number 9 took that a little too literally. That's kind of the side effect whenever number 9 uses this ability. Most of the time it used its shape-shifting powers to manifest and hide its eyes, grow extra limbs, and even mold itself to a more powerful version of itself. And if number 9 felt like eating a high-protein, high-fat diet and swallowed a human for dinner, it could even take the appearance of that person. It used these abilities in the beginning of the manga to infiltrate human society by posing as a sweeper, and it was successful, because number 9 can even imitate the behavior, voice, and even their responsibilities, because along with the food it gets all the memories of the person it eats. It even played around with the sweeper's phone, and maybe that's the reason for its decision to kill everyone. Number 9 probably accidentally ended up on TikTok and was forced to ingest 1,000 19-year-olds dancing and lip-syncing, which is probably why he started planning humanity's extinction. We also see number 9 using this to escape by turning into a middle-aged man on the highway. Then it also transformed into Isao after devouring him to emotionally hit Kikoru. Next up is Duplication. If number 9 put its brain cells together and used this ability more, the series would have ended up before chapter 50. We first saw this ability in chapter 52. Number 9 planned its big attack to take down Isao, and to distract the division forces, it came up with a big scheme to keep Gen and Kafka busy. That's how it clones Beta and Gamma appeared. Those are full copies of number 9, and they were all connected. 9 could even talk to them through some creepy telepathic link. And here's the scarier part. These clones weren't weaker knockoffs. They had all the powers of the original. If number 9 planned a bit more, made these clones also evolve and enter molded forms, and they could use the shapeshifting to infiltrate the division force headquarters, one attack and everyone would have died. It would have easily gotten its hands on the Numbers weapons. And it's not like it's impossible. I mean, these forms use the other number 9 abilities perfectly. And next up is the fusion. I'd say this is another missed opportunity for number 9 to take over the world before chapter 50. When number 9 let Beta and Gamma fight with the defense forces, it didn't send them without any backup. Both clones fused with ant-kaijus that came from underground. The fusion was different from number 9's usual devouring. With this, it could literally be one with whatever creature it fused. Like the clones had the insect lower bodies with their humanoid upper bodies. They moved with their usual calculation and mobility of an insect. Now imagine what would have happened if it combined and fused itself with really strong kaiju. Actually, you don't need to imagine it. It was revealed that Kaiju number 9 was actually a combination of multiple kaiju and humans, including the super powerful Mireki era Dai Kaiju. Maybe, if the clones fused with some powerful kaiju, they could have been more than a distraction. Next on the list is something every kaiju has, but the way it is used is totally different for number 9. Super strength. Most kaiju come with it: strength, speed, reflexes, and durability. In chapter 16, when Iharu and Reno shot at it, number 9 casually dodged every single bullet like it's nothing. And its durability was just as ridiculous. Again, in chapter 16, it took a full-on conductor round from Iharu and didn't flinch. And this raw power just kept on increasing with every evolution. In its molted form in chapter 49, it landed a devastating punch on Isao Shinomiya, leaving him badly injured. Later, with another evolution, it could actually beat the crap out of Kafka in his number 8 form. Most kaiju are beasts relying on their instincts, but number 9 treated every fight like a calculated hunt, with how it dodged, blocked, and countered each move. Its battle IQ made these abilities a lot more dangerous. Next up is Detachment, and I don't mean the kind that brings about spiritual growth. You know that one Bruce Lee quote about every part of your body being a weapon? Number 9 took that personally. This is actually one of the first abilities of number 9 we saw in the series. Like 9 almost killed Kikoru in chapter 6 with it. It shot chunks of its body from its index finger like bullets, and hit Kikoru clean. Later even Iharu and Reno almost died from these attacks when number 9 infiltrated the sweepers with its shapeshifting. Even with their defense suits, they weren't able to block the attacks and the shots were too fast for them to dodge. Number 9's finger shot was dangerous, just not against anyone who knew what they were doing. This ability could easily be countered if one focused on the finger. That would have allowed them to figure out the timing and direction of the attack and dodge it easily. But against Kafka in his kaiju form, this ability wasn't able to do much. Next up is Resurrection. With this ability, Kaiju number 9 proved that it didn't just have a god complex, but it actually was one, just for kaiju. In chapter 7, this is the ability it used to make the first big move against the defense force. It revived the dead kaiju back in the aptitude test, and it would have killed a bunch of cadets if Kafka didn't intervene. But that's not all, right? The revived kaiju actually became stronger. The full range of this ability is seen when the Mireki era kaiju takes over in chapter 123. It was able to revive monsters all around Japan, and it didn't need Talk no Jutsu from Naruto to revive them, because mostly the kaiju are on the same side. Up next is Regeneration, aka the biggest plot armor of shonen anime in a decade. Its regeneration was so broken, like it was better than Deadpool's. We saw the full extent of it in chapters 17 and 18. When it attacked Iharu and Reno, Kafka pulled up in time and with a single punch blew its head off. Any other kaiju should have died on the spot, but the regenerative powers that number 9 has were so strong it regenerated its own head. However, Kaiju number 8 has an ability that slows down the rate of regeneration. This is seen in chapter 17 and 18, so this comes as a shock to Kaiju number 9 that it decides to retreat instead of fighting number 8. The same thing happened actually when Gen sliced it up with its heated bayonet. Apart from these two times, its regeneration never failed. Like even when Isao broke its body part, exposing its skeleton and core, it regenerated instantly. Even in the final battle, everyone had to keep on attacking on the same spot to make sure its regeneration speed slows down and they can get to the core. One day number 9 said let there be kaiju, and then there were. Next up is the ability to create kaiju. This is the only ability number 9 used to its full potential. It isn't really known how Kaiju number 9 did it, but towards the end of the manga, it created a bunch of giant kaiju that it controlled like puppets on a string. At the same time, it also pumped out heavy lifters, dai kaiju like number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And these are random numbers. Monsters. They were engineered with frightening precision, using the memories of Isao. Number 9 designed each kaiju to target specific defense force members and their exact weaknesses. It made a water-based kaiju just to counter Gen Narumi's ability to read electrical impulses in the body. A deadly sword-focused kaiju to take on Soshiro Hoshina. A dai kaiju with teleportation powers to challenge Mina. And for the grand finale, Kaiju number 15, a twisted dark version of Kikoru herself, complete with mental manipulation. Unlike every other ability it had, shapeshifting, resurrection, fusion, this wasn't underused. This time, number 9 used everything it had and built the perfect army. Next up are energy attacks and shields. Almost as if plot armor wasn't enough, the author decided to give it Super Saiyan plot armor. After absorbing weapons number 2, number 9 gained the ability to shoot energy beams from its mouth. We saw this for the first time in chapter 52. Later in chapter 122, in its Mireki form, it uses the energy attack multiple times. After absorbing number's weapon number 2, number 9 picked up another dangerous trick: energy shields. It could pop them up to protect itself, or even its core, and it wasn't shy about using them. In chapter 98, it blocked Mina's attack. In chapter 11-12, it wrapped its core in a shield like an impenetrable fortress. Number 8 was able to break this shield only after Isao's will interfered from within Kaiju number 9. Otherwise, even the power of friendship wouldn't have been enough to finish number 9. The only saving grace for the defense force was that number 9 didn't have all these abilities from the start. It had to go through 7 forms to obtain them all.